The investigation into Liam Payne's death has now brought on a raid at the Buenos Aires hotel, seizing electronics, documents, and videotapes. Also, the connection to Diddy. Louis Lecca is here to break it down with me. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. So glad to be back with Louis from Nerd Report. Hello, sir. Thank you for being here. This has been such a sad story. And now the Diddy connection between the substance that was found, along with the raid at the hotel. I want to break down some of these facts, and I want to get your thoughts too, Louis. As we were breaking it down during our live, I wanted to make sure we gave you guys an update on this investigation because things are getting a little strange. Now, here's what the official report was coming in from authorities: that Liam Payne jumped from the balcony of his room before his death at 31. He fell multiple stories at the Casa Sur Palmero Hotel in Buenos Aires. This is what the Buenos Aires security minister shared as an update. He was 31 years old. He was pronounced dead after falling multiple stories at the hotel. Police were called to the scene. He died shortly after. Comments translated in the Buenos Aires Public Emergency Record Service said that Payne suffered a fracture at the base of the skull following the fall. Now an investigation is underway, including toxicology reports, etc., and many questions regarding this. I'm going to call it pink Pepsi. The pink Pepsi that was found in his system, a typical powdery mix of this and other illegal substances, is what was linked to his death. And that's what's really sad about this. It sounds like if he hadn't have been given this substance by seemingly hotel staff, things might have been different. Cops are currently investigating hotel employees who might have supplied this substance. And this is the same substance that was allegedly in the fanny packs that Combs employees were required to carry. It's the same substance that was now found in Liam Payne's toxicology reports. Lamar Odom has said, "My experience with this made me hear voices." He recalled his own experience with the street drug in the wake of the toxicology report, saying it made him hear voices. This pink Pepsi, a mix of substances there. He's a recovering addict as himself, and he said he's done everything. He's had everything in his body, including all of this, but he feels this was one of the worst ones. In his expert opinion, these illicit substances may have played a role in Liam's death, namely possible making him hallucinate. That jives with the police theory regarding his fatal fall from the hotel balcony as well. Lamar says when he was using it, he would hear voices in his head, and he thinks that could have happened to Liam here too. As we first reported, he was telling people earlier this year he was sober after past addictions, but he was on what cops say was initially toxicology report. Had a lot of, there was several things in there. Lamar's got a lot of life experience here, is helping people stay sober these days. So he's hoping Liam's death serves as a wake-up call for folks, especially celebrities, about this alleged substance. So look, that's what's interesting. There's talks of other people in the room, Louis. Where did he procure this? Now we're going to get to the father, the mother of his child, but there's one more here. The father is out there as well, trying to help investigations as well. It's just also sad as here it was. Sorry, I clicked everything but the right one. It's good to hear that the family's now there, involved. It's good to hear that this raid will sort of crack down on figuring out what went down at this through the police at this hotel in Buenos Aires. But, you know, what actually happened? That's going to be a question that's going to be asked. Now, I don't think Diddy was involved. Just because Diddy was using a similar substance, this clearly is a party substance that many in Hollywood are using. A lot of people are trying to connect the two. That's not what we're trying to do here. But there's now something off in this investigation. Where did he get this substance? Who brought it? Who was in the room with him? These are all the questions we're still awaiting. But what do you think of all this, Louis, as more and more is coming to head?
I don't think it's connected to Diddy at all, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I think this exposes that pink, whatever what did you call it? Coca-Cola. I think that's probably the trendy thing going on now in Hollywood, and it's being exposed here. We got a guy in New York doing it, Diddy, and this guy right here suffered, the tragedy. So that's what that's telling us. This that pink substance is the trend now. We've seen these trends throughout the years. So that's the hot item. So we know that. As far as the investigation, of course they have to investigate. Is the hotel actually responsible for distributing the stuff? I don't know. That's a little weird. But remember, someone like him, he's traveling the world. He has connections. There's no way he brought it from overseas because they track it on the plane. So they'd probably have their dealers connected to the cities or countries they're visiting, and then unfortunately, doctors are involved a lot of the times with this stuff. But I don't know why it's pink. That's a little weird. But then again, I'm not in that scene. But I think we also have to look into what a tragic story. What led him to this? This guy had everything. One Direction, loved, handsome guy. He had a child. Why did this happen? And did anyone reach out to him? Like I was saying earlier, friends, family, did they call him out? And also, this is probably happening to people that are not celebrities, that don't have all the means to fight this kind of addiction. So it's very important. It's a very telling story here that we reach out to people who are addicted to things and need help.
Yeah, it's just as this connection to Diddy, again, I agree. I want to make sure we reiterate that we're not trying to imply that there's a connection into the death of it. But this issue, I want to go to this page. This came from Lil Rodney's lawsuit. And this was I got to be careful what I can show you here, but this pink substance here, as you can see here, this is what was part of the fanny pack. Defendant required all employees from the butler, the chief, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with all these things. This was called Tucci, is what they called it in the lawsuit. So it's depressing to see that it's been around this long. I mean, regardless of whether this lawsuit's correct from Lil Rodney, again, due process needs to be, the case is still being processed. To see the connection, Lewis, just makes me sad, because this is clearly a substance going around Hollywood through parties that's being used, and it's clearly serious. To know that Diddy was using the same thing that Lamar Odom, of all people, has been through the ringer. For him to say this is a bad one, to know that that's what he was carrying around for the people at the Diddy parties as well, man, that's intense, no?
Absolutely. And what did Lamar say right here in your article? In the article, that it makes you hallucinate, right? So, I mean, yeah, if you're by an edge of, if you're on a balcony, yeah, that's not a good combination, folks. And look, here's the deal. This is happening every day and stuff. The only reason we're hearing about it is because it's a big, One Direction star. But unfortunately, this is happening to the common person, if that's what you want to call it, all the time. So it's important that we reach out and fight this somehow the best way we can. Is call people out, ask them for help if they need help and stuff. So our responsibility.
100%. And these moments, the timeline, all the things that happened in this hotel room, that again, he was allegedly smashing it up. There's images of the monitors and stuff in there. This substance clearly would explain why that was happening, but where did he get it? Who was in there? I'm glad to see that the cops are now properly investigating this into the hotel employees who potentially supplied it. To know that they've now raided that hotel to get all this information is an encouraging sign. Let's not jump to crazy conspiracy theories here, guys. I think there's still a lot to come out of this, and it does seem just like a tragedy and likely connected to the substance. So we will keep you posted as more updates come about, but I wanted to give you that update regarding the tragic passing of Liam Payne, as well as its connection to Diddy. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis, my man over at Nerd Report. He gives you awesome content as well. Make sure you subscribe here. In fact, if you're watching live or on the replay, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for all alerts, and smash that like button. We're going to be uncensored tomorrow at noon. If you're a member, you're not going to miss it. We're going through that alleged jail call, the leaked jail call between Diddy and his kid. We were going to do it today live, but I thought, you know what? I really want to go uncensored on that one and talk about my feelings and thoughts. So we'll be playing the call for you as well. So if you're not yet a member, hit that join either here or on Patreon. Become a member. You'll get the link there, and we'll have that video for you as well. I'll try to put it at the end card here at some point if you're watching it. Appreciate all you guys who are watching and supporting.